All right, I want to jump right into some headlines and then get you guys on your way. A couple of things to be aware of. The economy, it had a lot to say, but then it said this: small business optimism is on the rise. The National Federation of Independent Business Optimism Index rose in November, remaining above its 52-year average. The rise was primarily driven by a surge in sales expectations. So this is how I interpret this, okay? When they say small business optimism on the rise, they were seeing an increase in franchise sales. Franchise sales usually go up when this other headline happens. Job growth is clearly downshifted. Data on hiring for October and November, which came out after a long lag due to the government shutdown, showed a net loss of jobs in October. As federal workers who accepted buyouts formally stopped working, private sector hiring in those 2 months was decent, according to initial jobs reports. However, those may get revised down later, a recurring problem with the job figures lately. So here's what happens. Unemployment goes up, jobs go down, people hiring go down, and so those people think, maybe I should just start my own business. And that's what they do. So they start buying franchises. So you see more Subways popping up. You see more 7-Elevens popping up. These are all franchise stores. You also see more people going into multi-level marketing. So Amway is very excited during this season. How many of you do not know what Amway is? Anyone? Okay, all right. Look it up. Interesting multi-level marketing company. But we also see an increase in education. So people going back to school, they figure, well, I can't get a job, so I'll just go get a master's degree. And then they get loans from the government, and that's how they'll make it through the next year or two. But it's a huge opportunity for us, you guys, as people are looking for alternative ways to make money and generate an income. Much of the reason we're calling 2026 the year of the what? Year of the broker. Another thing that supports this, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will buy bigger mortgages in 2026. So please write these two numbers down. This deals specifically with FHA funding. So Kogo, you're going to love this because as you guys know, Kogo won't lend on anything that won't qualify for FHA financing. Well, the FHA financing is going up. In most of the U.S., $832,750. In more aggressive metros, that number is 1.249. 1.249,125, $1.2 million will be the FHA cap in our higher end markets. But the bottom is also moving up. The bottom is going from $520 to $541,287 in most parts of the U.S. So prices are going up. Now here's what they're saying. The higher limits will make it easier and cheaper for most buyers since conforming loans often come with more flexible requirements such as lower down payments. Okay, so as you're on the phone with clients, FHA caps are rising, which will give them more purchasing power at lower rates and lower down payment amounts. Okay, so FHA is still only a 3% down requirement, and you can have the seller gift that 3% down. So you still can buy real estate for no money down. My nephew, we were at my parents' house last night for the family Christmas party. My nephew, who's 27, just bought a $1.3 million house in Maui, of all places, and got an FHA loan. How big do you suppose this house is for $1.3 million in Maui? 1,200 square feet. 1,200 square feet for $1.3 million. He and his wife are both nurses, so apparently nursing's paying very well. This one's really interesting. Disney will let fans run wild with AI-generated videos of its top characters. The move is a huge win for partner OpenAI, but brings a big risk for Disney. The agreement with OpenAI licenses 200 plus characters, including Mickey Mouse, Yoda, Cinderella, Iron Man, to OpenAI's Sora, a social media site for short AI videos. Fans can create up to 30-second videos by providing simple text descriptions. So marketing, I would like to do an interview with Yoda. I'm not kidding. I think that'd be fun. So where's Peter? Peter, Austin, Yoda, 30-minute interview, 30-second interview, and then we'll do it with Mickey Mouse and Cinderella, because I'm curious to hear what she thinks about the housing markets and the cost of castles these days. So Expect Sora to surge in popularity while Disney sees minimal revenue. Disney is on the defensive, trying to both protect intellectual property and embrace AI. Disney is also investing $1 billion in OpenAI and using its tech. So, interesting. But yeah, you could, Amy, you could just do a video of yourself with Mickey for your daughter. Yeah, she would love that. Yeah, a little shout out from Mickey Mouse. Travel. Foreign visitors may be required to disclose their social media history. If this isn't Big Brother, I don't know what is. The travel industry worries the proposed change will hurt U.S. tourism, which has had a lackluster 2025. The rule would require visitors from 42 countries who are eligible to visit the U.S. for 90 days without a visa to provide 5 years of their social media history. Customs officials would vet that info plus other data such as biometrics, email addresses, and phone numbers. The effort is intended to thwart would-be terrorists, but critics would worry it also may target political speech. The rule could take effect in early 2026. Affected nations include the UK, France, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, Israel, and several other European countries. So if you want to come to the US, 5 years of your social media. Now this is a conversation I've been having with my children for a very long time, to be very careful about what you are putting out on social. Because if the government is going to be using it to allow people into this country, a day is coming when employers will use it to hire. Now, a lot of them are already doing it anyway, right? You apply for a job and they're going to your social feeds. We would never do that. No. But other employers would, and they are. Right now, you don't do it because it's one of those gray areas. You can't do that. Well, if the government's mandating it to come to the country, it's going to be one of those things where employers can and will. So be very careful, guys, what you're putting out there. I would avoid a lot of political propaganda and just a lot of that stuff. I get free speech, but I don't know how much longer it's going to be free when it's being used to make decisions about what kind of a person you are. So be cautious. Many airports may soon be getting family-friendly and health-related upgrades thanks to a $1 billion grant program for the Transportation Department. The improvements may include more kids' play areas. Now, I'm curious, do you guys support this? Government dollars being invested at airports for more kid areas, more sensory rooms for children with special needs and exercise equipment, nursing facilities for mothers, security lanes for families. The feds are also encouraging airports to offer more nutritious meal options, including at grab-a-go kiosks. High food prices aren't addressed, though. How many airports will take advantage of the grant is unclear. As I was reading this, I thought, how about you just have planes take off on time? All right, let's talk about rates real quick. This is from Greg, my loan guy. He says, good morning, Lee. As 2025 comes to an end, I wanted to let you know that I'm very grateful for you. I hope you enjoy a fantastic holiday with friends and family and come back fully recharged for a great 2026. Rates edged up a tiny bit last week. We may see volatility due to light training. I wish you many blessings in the days ahead. Here are the 4 you need to know. FHA 30-year at 6.244. VA at 5.783. USDA at 6.2. And first time 30-year conventional at 6.006. What's the magic number? And we're going to be there by when? March. Okay. You all have the predictions. We'll watch and see what happens.
If you want to learn more, just click the link below.